Inside of this PowerPoint, we will be talking about To Kill a Mockingbird. When the literature to Kill a Mockingbird, when it's introduced into the novel with a female narrator, Scott Finch, who lives with her brother Jem and father Atticus in the town of Macomb, Alabama. They are friends with a boy named Dill, who then becomes interested in Beau Bradley's house, who leaves presents for them in a tree in his garden. Major shift happens in the novel when Atticus, who is a lawyer, decides he is going to defend Tom Robinson, who is accused of raping a white woman. Now that we have a little synopsis, we are going to be talking about the setting. So let's start with time. So the time is during 1933 to 1935. It's placed during the periods of the Great Depression and the Jim Crow era. It also has Harper Lee wrote this novel in the late 50s when the Great Depression was over, but the Jim Crow laws were still big in the American South. It's also when children would go to school with bare feet. The place that it's set in is Macomb County, Alabama, which is based off of Harper Lee's hometown of Monroeville. It's in the South during the Jim Crow era once again. And it's a system of segregation was put into place which caused discrimination against African Americans. The atmosphere didn't allow the two races to mix into the same schools. Restrooms and drinking fountains were separated by color of your skin, and African Americans were not allowed to vote or serve on juries. Let's look in now, since we've gone over setting, we are going to go over the theme. So one thing that we see is race. Seeing race play out between both communities and what this meant in the South. Think of this from this time period and the Jim Crow laws and the trial for Tom Robinson and how he was treated. Judgment and justice is another theme. Think of having a jury of peers determine the guilt or innocence. The reality of the jury already have decided the outcome of the case even before they enter the courtroom. We see justice as a privilege and not a right. Next theme that we will see is courage. And To Kill a Mockingbird, it is not the strength that gives one courage. It isn't winning at all that brings on courage. It is in choosing what is right, even if it is a difficult thing to choose. Now, there are two assignments that we will be doing in class, and I will give you a better view of them in just a second. One is you'll choose your literary theme and rewrite the theme of what is happening in the book and present the theme in a question. And then the other assignment, you will be doing a character list and just naming the descriptions that you remember from the book. And lastly, we will have a quiz inside of class to make sure that you guys went over this PowerPoint. So this is the first assignment that we will be doing. It's rewriting the theme and again present the theme in question. And the second assignment, like I said, will be the character list that you will be doing in class. And lastly, in class, we will be doing the quiz to make sure that you went over the PowerPoint and did the reading.